can't do no live.
Get your hands off me, woman.
I hate you sometimes.
What's up, y'all?
Like this with.
Yeah, that's those steps. Oh man, what's going on, y'all? How y'all living this lovely ass? What's the date? Shit, Thursday. Y'all know tomorrow's gonna be Friday the 13th, so y'all better be careful. Don't get y'all weaves caught in the door. You know, freak accidents pop off. Y'all be careful. Y'all be careful. Y'all get sold some bad weed tomorrow getting your check. What's up? Shout out to Samoa. That's how y'all pronounce it. Samoa. Are you in U.S. Samoa or
American Samoa?
American Samoa, or is it Western Samoa? Yeah. I want to go to West Samoa. I've been to American Samoa. Okay, don't correct me. I know what's going on.
No, you're saying wrong.
Yeah, I like Samoa. We had a good time out there. It's in London, Friday the 13th already. Shout out to London. What's up, Raleigh? Don't walk past a black cat. Yeah. Last night podcast was heavy. Yeah, we had some good conversation on last night's podcast. You just ordered your Hidden Colors 5. Yes, everybody go to hiddencolorsfilm.com and get your Hidden Colors 5 DVD. Ladies and gentlemen, get my shirt right. Did you guys see the debate earlier? I didn't see it. I'm not interested in it. They're not talking our language. You know, they're trying to throw little buzzwords out there. Beto O'Rourke, he mentioned reparations, and that got a huge response from the audience. But y'all got to be very clear. When these folks are mentioning reparations, watch the trick bag language they try to mix in, because he mixed in a lot of trick words. Yeah, he started talking about he's going to follow Sheila Jackson Lee's lead, and he's going to sign a bill supporting reparations. So that's a trick if you're not putting any substance in it. If they start talking about doing some stuff with HR 40, that's a nothing burger. HR 40 is a big ass nothing burger. It's nothing. So watch the trick language. HR 40, that should be scrapped. HR 40 should be scrapped. That's just something they put together to dangle around to use as a buzzword. That should be scrapped. And a new reparations plan should be in the mix where we're talking about tangibles. I'm telling you guys now, if they mention reparations and then start talking people of color, because he was doing that too. He started talking about slavery and then started talking about people of color. Watch the buzzwords and the associative words. See, they'll start talking about slavery, then all of a sudden they'll get into these old code words like poverty, disenfranchisement, minority, all people of color. Watch that language. Watch that language. Make them, anytime they talk about reparations, make sure they are talking about Black American descendants of slaves exclusively. The minute they start talking about people of color, they are nullified. All right? When they start, the minute, I'm saying family, the minute they start with the trick words, we should be on that ass. When they say, yes, reparations because minorities go, no, stop. Well, reparations are good because people of color have gone through, nope, stop. And Trump is a white supremacist. All right, stop. What about them reparations? We know that. We've been knowing that they're white supremacists and y'all a bunch of white supremacists too. All right, let's go back to the reparations. All right. Mama Peanut's right here. She's good. She's sitting her ass right up under me. Hold on. Right here with the little half-fro. Chilling.
Half-fro?
The half-fro.
Oh.
It's half fro, half curly.
Curly fro.
So she's sitting right here. And the babies are asleep. But like I said, watch them buzzwords. Watch them buzzwords. You in? And then, what's his name? Andrew Yang, he got up there talking about immigration and all that stuff. That's a no for me, dog. Talking all that, how important immigrants are. And I think he alluded to something about immigrants built the country. When they start talking that disrespectful nonsense, they are nullified. And they start talking about immigrants built the country, you are nullified. Immigrants did not build this country, you are nullified. Black folks, ADOS, Foundation of Black Americans, we are not going to support policies that undermine us. Don't let them start talking all of that diversity talk. You understand? None of that diversity, kumbaya talk. It's all about us. What's up, Ugla boy? What immigrant built this country? And you got a fake account, so you're trolling, so you're nullified yourself, okay? You dig? You're Mexican, but you fuck. Hey, well, shout out to the Mexicans. I fuck with Mexico. Yeah, I'm cool with Mexicans. Yeah. But right now people are going to have to respect our tangibles. You dig? We've extended ourselves to so many people that we are neutralizing ourselves by sacrificing ourselves by spreading our little meager resources too thin. We have to look out for each other, especially in places like LA. The homeless situation out here is just incredibly ridiculous. We're helping all of these groups, and we're just being displaced, replaced, denigrated, disrespected, and that's just going to stop. Yeah?
You know.
And again, the democratic policies that they're trying to prioritize, you're going to have to stand up to that. We're going to have to stand up to that. And one thing that black people are going to have to stand up to are these attacks from the white LGBT community and them sending their Negro minions to attack us. That's something we're going to have to learn how to stand up to. Because, see, they've set it up now where if you stand up to the lies and the rhetoric and the attacks, well, they're going to label you homophobic. And don't be afraid of that, because we all know it's BS. We all know it's BS. We have to check the anti-black racism from the LGBT community. And what they do, and I really want us to understand this part of the game. And on my broadcast last night, I played a lot of that Breakfast Club interview that Malik, Yoba, and those other dudes, because there were 4 men up there, basically. What are you looking at me like? Yeah, the Breakfast Club had 4 dudes. Those were 4 dudes. The 4 niggas up there interviewing, talking about they all types of different sexual, I don't know what they're talking about. But it was 4 dudes, basically. It was 4 dudes. Yeah? It was boys to men up in that motherfucker. You dig? They had the Wu-Tang Clan. It's 4 fucking dudes. And their whole thing was to shame black society and talk in circles and try to batter black society and bully black society into ignoring their dicks. It was all about a dick shouldn't matter. It's all about a person's spirit. I mean, they're talking crazy. They're talking goddamn crazy. They're talking fucking crazy. And we're not supposed to say, hey, this is crazy talk. And every other thing was a contradiction. Black people, you don't have to be battered. You don't have to sit up and listen to people badger you with mindless, brainless contradictions. You have a lot of these dudes like Malik Yoba and others. There's one dude from The Root. He done came out talking about he likes trans women. You dig? But he's not gay. He's heterosexual, but he likes trans women. And that's another game that these folks are playing. Malik Yoba is out here laying up with men who's dressed as women, talking about he's heterosexual. And then you talk about having gay pride and trans pride. Well, you don't have enough pride to admit what you are. You're not even admitting what you are. So you don't even have pride in that. It is? See, this is a con game. Let me break something down to you guys. They tried to run this con game almost 20 years ago with a dude named J.L. King. Y'all remember when they had J.L. King with that book, The Down Low? They were running that game then, and a lot of people rejected the narrative then when they had that whole down low wave where they got this one dude, J.L. King. He came out of nowhere, got a major book deal all of a sudden, and he's all on Oprah. Remember Oprah, they always get Oprah to promote the fuck shit. So he was supposed to be a straight man who has sex with gay dudes. And we're trying to create confusion then. We had enough sense back then to say, no, nigga, you gay. Nah, you just gay, all that down low. Even other gay black people were like, no, that motherfucker's gay. No, he's gay. We don't know. Yeah, gay black people at the time were even on code. They're like, ain't no down low. That motherfucker like bussy. Yeah? So what they were trying to do, remember, that whole thing with J.L. King, they were trying to use that to demonize straight black society. The whole narrative back then was straight black people are running around here tricking black women. They're secretly laying up with men, and they're taking diseases back to black women. That was the whole narrative they were trying to run with back then, because there were AIDS spikes at the time. In certain urban areas, there were these AIDS cases and AIDS spikes. So what they were trying to do was blame it on black men coming home from jail, black men low-key sneaking around with other men. And that's how so many black women were getting AIDS. Because there was an AIDS spike with a lot of black women at the time. And people couldn't really account for it. They were like, how are all these women getting AIDS and not the men? Well, it's a secret group of black men, these nefarious niggas who sleep with other dudes, and then they come bring the diseases back to you. So it was a boogeyman thing that they were trying to create about straight black men, when in reality, and I've always said this, that wasn't the case. And I did a broadcast about that down low lie a long time ago on my Mac Lessons radio show. I talked about how that was an impossible lie. That didn't even make sense, that this small group of dudes were just going around giving AIDS to everybody. Well, that is a lie. It's not a small group of dudes going around giving AIDS to all the sisters. That's not true. The problem was you had immigrant populations coming in. Some of them were bringing in AIDS and HIV, and they just got counted as black. You dig? Okay, well, this is the one of the Bussy brothers. Okay, hold on. No, I can't. Okay, yeah, this is one of the Bussy brothers. Let me block you. Hold on. Okay, yeah, that's one of the Bussy brothers. Hard. Okay, sorry about that, guys. One of the Bussy brothers trolling. But what it was, yeah, the AIDS numbers were increasing in black society with women because you had all these different people coming in from these third world countries, from Africa and the Caribbean, and they were bringing it in. I mean, shit, that's what it was. Whenever you saw these waves, especially in places like D.C., whenever you saw these big waves of immigration, I know in D.C. the AIDS rate was incredible in D.C. Yeah? So you have a lot of these immigrant groups coming in, especially some of these immigrant women who be laying up with these white dudes, any white dude, and and this is another thing, we talked about this in Hidden Colors 5, a lot of white people have AIDS and HIV. It's just not promoted in the media. Miss Strella, hold on, let me see. Miss Strella, what's going on? Let me get Miss Strella on here. Miss Strella's going through something. What's going on? Strella, come on live, dear. What's going on, Strella?
Nah, this is not like our funny shit that we normally do. Jasmine, tell Tariq what just happened. The whole barrage, the whole cop cars. Tell them.
There was cops passing by, and I seen through my window. I'm hearing somebody talking on the loudspeaker. I'm like, what is that?
Now what happened?
So I thought it was a prank. I thought it was a prank at first, and I look out my window because I hear somebody talking on the loudspeaker, and I see it's an actual cop car. And it's in the loudspeaker, and he's like, the city spraying pesticides. Go inside immediately if you do not want something, and talk about it's for some type of virus.
Oh,
they're making us close all of our windows in New York City at this time at 1 o'clock in the morning.
Well, we're in the Bronx. Like I just called somebody in Brooklyn, and they said they didn't hear none of that. It's literally like, I don't know if they just did that over here. They were talking about they about to spray pesticides in their trucks. There was like go inside immediately before trucks come by.
Wow, they did something like that in Brooklyn not too long ago. Oh, wow.
And now they're doing it in the Bronx. Like, we have to have all our windows closed. So, like, what the fuck is going on?
Damn, I wonder what the hell they spraying, man.
It's like quarantine type of shit.
Man.
Because they don't know anything. They don't know any better. So we took all of our ACs out. You know, we don't want none of that shit inside.
Yeah.
That's it. They said it in bullhorns like 2 times. That's it.
Wow.
Tariq, I don't know what the fuck is going on in New York City, but it's real.
Yeah, y'all be careful out there, man. Y'all be careful, big time. I'm gonna look into that. Jade is in the room too. Yeah. Wow. How long they been doing it? What time did they start doing it?
Literally, it just started like what? Jasmine, like an hour ago? 15 minutes ago. Right now, It's like 1 o'clock in the morning. Basically, while everybody's sleeping, they have the right to be like, oh, we're going to do something. Most people are sleeping.
Wow.
So most people don't know to close their fucking windows.
Yeah. I'm going to look into that, dear. Thank you so much, dear.
That's fucked up, though.
I know. Man, that's crazy as hell. Wow. Yeah, y'all, we got to be careful because of that type of stuff. When they start doing that, they go into these urban areas and just start spraying. You know, and they're doing it late at night like this, and oh man, that's insane. Come on, mosquitoes, the summer is over. You know? Man. Yeah, she's Dominican. That's Miss Strella. So we gotta watch that stuff. Yeah, we gotta watch that type of stuff. Yeah. Yeah, they did that a lot in Louisiana for mosquitoes. That's what they say. They do it under the guise of spraying for mosquitoes. But damn, dude, do you trust these white supremacists? I mean, there's videos circulating around now where these white supremacists are over there in Africa admitting that they were creating these ethnic viruses. I mean, they're admitting this shit. This ain't even no conspiracy. They were like, yeah, you know, back in the 70s and 80s, we created ethnic gas and these ethnic viruses that we would unleash on the black population to tailor the population and control the population. I mean, they're just casually admitting this shit now. Yeah. So what are they spraying? I mean, they got chemicals out here that does insane stuff. Yeah. So yeah, I don't trust that at all. Yeah. See, we got to get to the point where we start wearing gas masks. Let me tell black folks something. Listen, you better start having generators. You better start having, you know, portable lights, um, boxed food. You know, because these folks, man, they can push a button anytime. Let me tell y'all something. What city was this? I think this was in Philly. Somebody sent me pictures. They had a bunch of military trucks going into Philly. This was this week. Somebody sent me some pictures. There were a bunch of military vehicles going through Philly, going somewhere. And as we know, out here in LA, they were doing, right before Nipsey was killed, they were doing military drills downtown LA. And just recently, there was a false flag drill in Lancaster, California. And this was a few weeks ago, where an officer lied and said he got shot by a sniper. And then they shut the whole city down. You understand? We got to be careful. We're my Texas people with that Amber Geiger situation, with that case down there. They've already sent the green light to the police force that you can't have time off, can't have days off, be prepared for the verdict. So, you know, be ready. Be ready. They're choosing her. Did they? I know they were trying to move it to a whiter area out there. I know they were trying to move that trial to a whiter area. And the white supremacists in Texas, they are vicious. That one white supremacist, he attacked a 12-year-old girl. I mean, he beat this girl so bad. She was just walking to a bus stop. This white supremacist beat this 12-year-old girl so bad she needed a heart transplant. And yesterday, he got sentenced to life. He got sentenced to life. You did? I know. I mean, these people, the cowardice in these people is ridiculous. They tried to move it to Kaufman County, which is mostly white, but so is it still over there in the Dallas-Fort Worth area? How you beat a person? I mean, he was trying to kill this baby girl. He was trying to kill this girl. You know? They go for soft targets, man. These white supremacists are vicious. They go for soft targets. We don't understand how vicious these folks are. See, black people, this is why I tell black people, stop beating up on yourself all the time. See, we are constantly told by all these other groups how violent and vicious we are, and we're not. We are not. I always say, when people always throw Chicago in our face, but look at all that black-on black crime in Chicago. You have to let people know a lot of those crimes, those are immigrants doing them shits. See, I'm gonna let people know we got to start differentiating ourselves from groups when they do bad. See, everybody likes to differentiate themselves from us when positive things are popping off, but when something negative happens, all of a sudden they're black again. No, keep that same energy. Your ass is Somalian or whatever, because there are a couple of big cases out there in Chicago. Y'all remember when the little boy got killed by a rival gang member or whatever? Those dudes look like they're immigrants. I think from what I understand, those dudes, they got one of the killer has an East African background from what I understand. I know there was a big, earlier this year out there in Omaha. Somebody was in the room from Omaha. There's a gang out there. There's a black gang out there in Omaha. But these dudes are like refugees from the Sudan. You know? Now they look and talk like, you know, hood niggas. But a lot of cats come over here and start mimicking stereotypical accents, but they don't have any foundational Black American ancestry whatsoever. But yeah, out there in Omaha, these dudes, you got a Sudanese gang out there, but you wouldn't know. You know, you think it's just regular black dudes. So whenever they do crime, it's like, wait, what about that black on black crime? Them niggas ain't even from here. We got to understand there's a lot of folks from other places who look and try to mimic us, but they're not really one of us. You know who else? And a lot of these rappers, especially, and these rappers end up being the de facto representatives of Black Americans. And I've always said, and this is very deliberate, most of the rappers that's out now, they're not even from here. Just 21 Savage ain't the only one. Yeah, out there in Minnesota, in Minneapolis, you got those little gangs out there. These dudes be out here doing smash and grabs and out, you know, stealing food and doing all those sucker shit. And Black Americans get blamed for that. And a lot of these dudes come from Somalian backgrounds and all other types of backgrounds. They do all types of shit out there in Minnesota. You got all types of immigrant groups doing that stuff out there. And them niggas like, yo, 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 they with the yo, yo, yo bullshit. Yeah, a lot of shootings in Toronto are from Somalians. Real talk. Yeah, people, we're gonna stop that shit. People doing dusty shit and then blame us and then start running around talking about we gotta deal with black on black crime. And these motherfuckers don't even identify with us. And this is why a lot of rappers, sometimes when something happens to black folks, they be on some good shit. I'm out here drinking my lean. I ain't got nothing to do with that. And fuck all that, man. All these police shootings, man. I'm out here with these white bitches. You know, when they start talking like that, we know that they're from somewhere else. See, A$AP Rocky wasn't the only one who was talking all that greasy stuff. Remember when Kevin Gates, remember when he was kind of, we had him on the coon train for a minute. He was talking about, man, black folk, a lot of black folks be instigating stuff with the police. You know, remember when Kevin Gates was talking a little coonish a couple of years back before he went to jail, before he got his wake-up call? See, a lot of them, when they start talking coonish, they end up getting a damn wake-up call. You dig? But remember when Kevin Gates was doing that? He was doing that shit. Kevin Gates is not a foundational Black American. Kevin Gates is Puerto Rican and Moroccan. Did y'all know that? So when you start, yeah. He's Puerto Rican and Moroccan. You did? Yeah, Jay-Z have a Jamaican background. These flies in here. Let's see, let in flies. Hold on. So look this stuff up. And when people start talking a certain way, you start looking at them, you're like, well, you start looking in their backgrounds, then it'll start making sense. Yeah, you start looking at some of these folks' background and you see why they have so much indifference to us being harmed as foundational Black Americans. Yeah. The lady cop sexual relation with old boy, it was really premeditated. Oh, I got to look into that. I'm telling y'all, man, a con game has been run on us for a long time. A con game has been run on us for a long time, and we've been on some kumbaya shit, and people have been low-key undermining the hell out of us. People have been low-key undermining the hell out of us for the longest. Yeah. So we got to start circling our wagons and drawing that line in the sand and saying, okay, what that shit y'all doing, your group is going to eat that. Your group is going to eat that. See, they like to do all the positives whenever there's some money, some minority benefits and set-asides and immigration money and DACA money and all this stuff. Oh, yeah, people, you know, they differentiate themselves. But the minute they get caught up in a pickle, then all of a sudden, hey, black brothers. Yeah. And another thing with this LGBT, these LGBT attacks that we keep seeing, and I touched on this last night, a lot of that is seeped in anti-Black American female hatred. I want y'all to understand the white and the black LBTG, whatever, community, the way it's set up, there's a lot of hatred for Black American women. You understand? A lot of the people who's a part of the Black LGBT community in the U.S., and I broke this down, a lot of them are part of the Rainbow Railroad, where they are immigrants who come from countries that are hostile towards them and their sexuality. So they are placed over here by the white supremacists, and their main goal is to attack us and really do a lot of undermining of Black American women, because you have these women, some of them are lesbians, some of these dudes turn into trans or whatever. So they already have a lot of vitriol towards Black society and Black women in particular. That's why they were hating on Black Girls Rock. They don't like Black American women because you're competition. Black American women are competition. So what they try to do, they try to mimic Black American women. So, and a lot of times when you mimic somebody that you cannot fully be, you grow resentful towards them. So there's a lot of low-key resentment towards foundational Black American women. This is who they try to emulate, but they go over the top and put a little ghetto bullshit twist on it. But there's a lot of venom towards foundational Black American women. This is why they're always trying to undermine. This is why a lot of these Black LGBT dudes will fight sisters. They'd be out here beating sisters up. And then, so they want to replace Black American women. See, that's why they were so pissed off at Black Girls Rock. Why you gotta rock? How come I can't rock? How come it ain't about me? See, that wasn't coming from a place of inclusiveness. That's coming from a place of contempt. It is. This is Lexi over here eating an apple. Am I loud? Yeah, loud as hell. But yeah, that's coming from a place of contempt. And not only that, the fact that they are encouraging gay Black men who are in the closet to lie about their sexuality and claim that they're heterosexual, which they are not. That's very dangerous for foundational Black American women, because what happens when you run into a Malik Yoba, ladies, when you run into a Malik Yoba and you just sisters, you just doing your thing, and this dude, you ask him, hey Malik, have you ever, you're not gay, are you? No. You never been with a man before? Nothing? No. So he can say that with a straight face, because they've all, him and the LGBT community, they've all set up and agreed on a lie. So now, ladies, you're dating this dude who's out here sucking another woman man, but he's telling you he's straight. And there's a whole, now the white LGBT community is helping some of their black minions run with this lie. So what does that do for you? You deserve to know if a dude is out here with another person's pole in his jaws. You do? I mean, let's just keep it 100. Sisters deserve to know if this nigga's out here with a transsexual. You deserve to know this. So they're setting it up so black women can be lied to. And they like that. They like this. They snicker about that little shit. They think that shit is funny. They think it's cute. Sisters, you deserve to know. You dig? And fellas, you deserve to know if a woman was dating Malik Yoba. You dig? That's another thing. Dude, you out here, you meet your woman, and her ex is a nigga out here, you know, on the track, laying up with women with penises, which is a contradiction. Dude, if you're single, if I'm single, you know, I'm here with this sexy thing right here. I'd never be single. But this motherfucker right here, you see that fucking fro? But if I were single and I'm out there dating, I meet a nice little fine honey, and we getting it, we chilling, and yeah, a little fine honey. I know it sounds old school. A little bad mama jamma, a little hottie. A little brick house. I'm out there with me a little something. And I'm like, I'm chilling at the crib, and I done got through smashing, and I look over on the mantle, and there's a picture of her and Malik Yoba at Disneyland. I'm like, wait a minute. Hold on. Well, wait a minute. How long y'all popping? Oh, yeah, we dated for 8 years. Oh, really? So now I got some bussy sauce on me. Yeah. Okay. I want to know. I need to know. You think? I need to know what the fuck is going on. And I should have a choice. You think?
Like the girl you dated and she told you that she had something? Yeah. You like, no.
Yeah.
You said no?
Yeah. I was about to smash a girl one time. She told me she had HIV. I was about to tear that pussy up, and she told me, I'm like, oh, shit. Thank you. There's a chick from D.C., too. Long time ago. I was about to, she was fine. Chocolate sister. I was about to knock the bottom out that thing. She was like, well, I got something to tell you. I was like, oh, shit. You ain't no dude or nothing. I'm like, shit. She said that, I got something to tell you. That's the first thing I thought. I'm like, lady, if you pull a dick out on me, I'm calling the fucking police. And I was like, yeah, well, I'm HIV positive. I was like, shit.
Did you say shit?
Yeah, I said shit. What the hell? Yeah, I said shit. I'm like, damn. Okay.
So what did you zip your pants back up?
Yeah, well, the zipper came all the way up, nigga. My pants was up like Steve Urkel. I pulled my pants up to my chest. Like, oh, did I do that? Nigga, I walked out that bitch doing the Urkel. My pants was flooding. I had them up so high. Shit. Okay, but yeah, I thank her for letting the nigga know she couldn't. She could have been slick and I said shit. Yeah. Damn. Hell yeah. Yeah, that made me stay away from DC girls for a long time. What that? I haven't been with no DC girl Shit, that was the last one I was around like that. And no shade on DC people, by the way. This is a long time ago. Yeah. But I take it to be this then. Yeah, I was thinking that, you know, with Malik Yoba in the thing with Why Did I Get Married? Just looking at the scenes with him and Janet, because we've known for years. I told Lexi about Malik a long time ago. I told her, yeah, because I've been knowing that about dude. I've been knowing that. I've been doing that for like 20 years. So me and her would laugh when you see this nigga.
Lex. I was like, oh, Janet,
yeah,
I love you with that mouth.
Yeah, we looking. I'm looking. What, you about to kiss Janet? And I'm like, oh no, Janet. Oh, okay.
Some people saying that now they see why she didn't want to kiss him.
Yeah. Okay. I'm like, wow. You know. But yeah, motherfuckers, you deserve to know that. You deserve to know.
I deserve to know.
You know? Man. Yeah. People talking about Boyce Watson's engagement. I saw a picture of him on his knee proposing. Shout out to Boyce. That's my dude. I don't know too much about it. What's going on with the engagement? Everything good? You got a new nigga there, Stella? Stella, aren't you going through a quarantine? How you got a nigga during the quarantine, Stella? God damn, Stella. Stella got a zombie up in the house. It's a nigga who's infected by the zombie fog out there, and Stella got that nigga. Stella got a Puerto Rican zombie at her house. She got a Puerto Rican Walking Dead at her house. This nigga got a knife and some Goya powder. Man. He called him a sinful man. I don't know too much. Well, no, I mean, damn. How old is his fiance? Man. See, the Democrats not touching your guns. Yeah, man, a lot of these Democratic policies, I mean, even, they're so janky. See, black folks, we just have this thing where we have to choose between evil. It ain't even the lesser of evils. It's equal evil we got to choose between. Black folks, we're told we have to choose between Trump and the white supremacist Nazi regime that these guys have created, or the Democrats with their anti-black immigrants, with their anti-black LGBT movement, with their anti-black prison industrial complex that they fuel. So it's like, damn, we have all this evil that we got to choose from. And when you weigh it, Trump is damn near lesser of their evil, because at least with Trump, all we got to do is deal with some goofy ass white supremacists. We got to deal with them. But with the Democrats, we got to deal with the Asian immigrants whooping our asses, the Zimmermans out here killing us. We got to deal with the Arab anti-black racists, the East Indian anti-black racists. Then we got to deal with the white LGBT community sending their minions to beat up on us all the goddamn time. I'm like, damn. And then they want to complain about Trump. I'm like, well, damn, y'all beating us up in stereo. With Trump, we know what we're getting. At least when we fight those white supremacists, we know what we're dealing with. The Democrats, y'all niggas are acting like these are allies, and then when they get around us, they do everything to undermine us. We got to deal with the Kamala Harris's. Her policies fucking us up. You dig? So them using, well, we just got to defeat Trump as their rallying call when all of your policies are worse than his. So, you know, a lot of people are trying to play both sides. You know, they're trying to be Trump supporters because they don't like the Democrats. Like my brother Isaiah. I talked to him the other day, and Isaiah's he didn't jumped on the Trump train because he don't like the Democrats. And I explained, I don't like the Democrats either, but I ain't fucking with the MAGA hat. You know, that ain't working for me either. Yeah. So us just being on code, standing our ground. I mean, we don't have to choose any evil. We don't have to choose anything unless somebody's going to bring tangibles for us. We're on code, and that's a good thing. We're on code, and that's a good thing. Yeah. We don't have to vote for anybody if they're not going to do anything for us. We don't have to vote for them. See, they're not going to shame us into voting just to vote, and we're undermining ourselves. They're not going to run this game where your grandma voted and, Lord, they fought in Selma to vote. Now, yeah, when we start getting checks, then we'll vote. When we start getting them checks, then we'll vote. You did? But we're in a better position holding our vote until we get something. We should have been doing that all along without having these people trying to shame us into voting. We're not going to vote until we get something. It's just that simple. What's up in Spain? Shout out to Spain. What you doing in Spain, Tim? Did I vote? Well, I ain't voting for none of these people now unless they give a reparations package to Foundation of Black Americans. I'm not voting at all until that reparations package come through. Yeah. Yeah, it's that reparations or nothing. And if they want to keep playing games, we'll fuck around and get an independent party going and start doing things like that and just completely disrupt the system. Claude Anderson has been trying to tell us this for the longest, and now, you know, we're getting on code with it. What's wrong, sweetie? I voted before. I voted for Obama's ass, and that didn't turn out to be worth a damn. Yeah. How is not voting going to help? That's the smart thing to do. That helps because now you hold your power. You don't give it away. You don't empower people to work against you. It's more strategic as a group to hold your vote. You hold your power position until people understand that they're going to have to bring tangibles. You dig? We're not being fooled no more. We're not going to be tricked into giving up power for nothing. Y'all better learn how to not be tricks. See, we are taught to be tricks and hoes. You better understand the basics of pimping. The basics of pimping and even hoeing to a certain degree is to hold your value until you get something tangible for it. You dig? A good pimp will teach a good hoe how to at least hold out for money and the right amount of money. That's just basic pimping and hoeing. Yeah? Let's just break it down on street terms, very basic street terms. If you are hoeing and you're just giving up your ass to anybody who smiles in your face, then you're a dumb hoe. who's going to be broke and tangibleless. You're not going to have any tangibles. If you are a pimp giving the game to a hoe who don't know how to follow instructions, who don't know how to get tangibles, who don't know how to spit at the tricks, then you are a broke popcorn chili pimp, as they say in the game. You dig? So just on a street level, you have to know how to wager your value. If your game is precise, you can wager that for a nice choosing fee when somebody chooses up on you. Basic game. And females, when she catches a trick, she can wager what she has to get the right amount of paper, so you ain't just a dumb flatbacking hoe. See, we got to stop thinking like flatbacking hoes as a community. This is why you don't get no respect. You got to have some game about everything you do. And sometimes standing still and not doing something is a move. And that's with anything. Just like gambling. It's just like gambling. If you play blackjack, you know the game. Sometimes when you are playing blackjack, the name of the game, the basics of blackjack is to hit or stay. You got to get 21. You get a certain number of cards. And the name of the game, when you get a certain number of cards, you can hit or you can stay. You can just sit there and hold. You don't hit, you hold. Because if you hit, you might go over 21. If you hold, the dealer might break and he'll go over, or he'll get an 18 or 17, and then you'll hit closer to 21. He'll bust. So the name of the game, you hold what you have so you don't bust. You don't bust. And right now, we're holding our cards right now. See, this is blackjack. They're not used to us playing blackjack. We're holding right now. And they're trying to get us to hit. No, we're going to get 21. We want 21. We're going to hold them right now. We're going to hold our cards right now. But what about back in the day? Well, this ain't back in the day right now. This is right now. We're going to hold our cards until you hit. You're going to have to show us something. You're going to have to show us something. Yeah? That's the mentality we got to have. And we got to be very bold. Let's stop being timid. When we want reparations, we mean, number one, for Black Americans, foundational Black Americans. Number two, you need a lot of us to not vote. And we do have a lot of us not voting. A lot of us, the Democrats right now, they're not getting support from the young Black voters. Do you understand that? This is why they're struggling right now. The Democrats are not getting support from young Black voters. They don't know what to do. This is why they're just scrambling all over the place. They don't know what to do. Yeah? So enough of us are on code right now. Enough of us are on code. You dig? This whole thing where they wheel out old niggas and start talking about how they got their ass whooped on the Edmund Pettus Bridge in Selma, how they marched with Dr. King, that holds no more weight. We see that's been a con game. I don't want to hear a goddamn thing about Selma and how you march with Dr. King if you're not going to respect Dr. King's wishes and give us our goddamn reparations. That's what Dr. King wanted. You let all these coon niggas know. If you running around here with Dr. King's name in your mouth, understand Dr. King wanted our damn reparations. So don't sit here running his name through the mud and you're not even honoring his damn wishes. Yeah, I like Dr. King too, and that means I like the reparations he was talking about. You dig? Dr. King didn't want to have John Lewis talk about how he got his ass whooped for 50 fucking years. Dr. King didn't want that. Dr. King was like, hell, I didn't take a bullet for this nigga to run around here with butter biscuits for half a fucking century. He didn't die for that. Dr. King said, I'm coming for that check. And that's when they offed him. That's why they offed him. When he started talking about, hey, you know, all this old integration stuff, yeah, I don't know about that. I might have guided my people in a burning house. So let me just go ahead. It's time for the reparations now. You dig? So that's what it was. Speaking of white supremacy and white privilege, y'all see the story I posted up. This white girl, she's 20 years old now. This white girl was pregnant, had a baby, gave birth to the baby, killed the baby, and buried the fucking baby in the backyard. And they acquitted this white girl on damn near every charge. And I mean, it was some little lesser charge. The charge they got her on was abusing a corpse, and that only has a year max. And they're talking about she might get probation for that. This white woman had a baby, killed the baby, and buried it in the back fucking yard. And they gave this white girl a slap on the wrist, not even a slap on the wrist. And niggas want to sit up here and y'all want to play games about white supremacy? You think white supremacy ain't real? Y'all niggas run around talking about all we got to do is pull ourselves up by the bootstraps. White folks can get away with anything. Yes, you white. The laws don't apply to them. You know, dude, I mean, you can't logic with them. She got charged, she got convicted of abusing the corpse, but not the murder. I don't even try to figure it out. It's just, I'm white and I say so. It's white supremacy. You don't figure it. It ain't nothing to figure out. It ain't nothing to figure out. It's just, I'm white and I say so. That's how white supremacy works. Just that's all you need to know. No, the dad wasn't black. A lot of people think that the dad was black. They said it's because the dude's name is Trey Johnson. That's the brother's name. But I think the dude was white. I think the baby's father was white. I think. But a lot of people think that it might have been a black dude or whatever. So, but just the fact that they gave that white woman a slap on the wrist like that for a heinous goddamn crime. And we beat up on ourselves talking about how much we need to damn do better. Man, we black folk, man, we need to do better. In comparison to who? Man, we be doing too much shit. I hate when niggas do that. You under a system of white supremacy. White people are allowed to get away with shit that you just can't. They're allowed to get away with stuff. You don't disproportionately commit more crime. They just don't get charged or convicted for stuff. White people do murders and kill, and they do all types of heinous crimes, and they simply don't get charged for them. Oh yeah, they keep calling her a cheerleader. You notice that? Even the media, everybody's on code. The media, listen how they describe her. See, this is how all of them are on code with each other. And this woman had a baby and killed the baby and buried it in a damn shallow grave. And they're like, well, the cheerleader is going to court right now. The cheerleader, the former cheerleader. She ain't even in high school no more. But this is them being on code with each other. Just like Casey Anthony, of course. They don't do no wrong. You can't. That's how white supremacy works. Black folks, you cannot ignore white supremacy. You better expect it.